We're here at Rupp Arena where the tournament's #1 overall seed, the Louisville Cardinals, are preparing for their opening round game tomorrow night against North Carolina A&T. Now, many analysts have picked U of L to go all the way, and President Obama earlier picked the Cards to lose to IU in the national championship game. But U of L coach Rick Pitino has publicly downplayed the notion that his Cardinals are the favorites, and the players say they've also tuned out the talk.
Oh, I think we need to block out stuff like that and focus one game at a time, because I'm sure there was a lot of teams that got picked to win it all and they never did it. So stuff like that can stop you getting up here, and we just need to be very focused and understand why we're here and what we can do to move on to the next step.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to be falling into that groove, and I think everybody kind of knows what they need to do to make our team better. But everybody's just going to give 100% effort, and we have each other's back, and that's all you can ask for.
For the most part, I think it's an honor, to even be mentioned, to maybe win a championship, or to get picked for things, or even to get picked for an upset. Like, I think it's an honor. We get respected as being that good. But as far as pressure, that doesn't really bother me. Like, stuff like that doesn't really bother me. I just look at the big picture, and the big picture is tomorrow night.
I also caught up with U of L point guard Peyton Siva in the locker room, and here's what he had to say about any pressure being the #1 seed and the team coming together and learning their roles. What are the similarities and or differences between how you feeling now? I mean, last year coming off a Big East tournament championship, everything's clicking. Really coming in the same circumstances. Does it feel kind of similar?
I think for the most part, we're on a good roll right now. We won the Big East, and we're just kind of trying to continue that momentum. Everybody's playing good right now. Kevin's really playing great. Montrez and Luke's playing great, and VT's helping us rebound. So for the most part, I think everybody's really playing great right now.
Did it take a while for everybody to kind of settle into their roles? I mean, now it seems like the bench guys, everybody's comfortable with what they're doing.
I think so, because at the beginning of the year, you'll have like one or two guys who have a good game, and everybody else will kind of be quiet. But in that Big East tournament, everybody had a great game. Whether that was Russ scoring or Russ passing, Russ stealing, or Gorgie blocking, Shane rebounding, everybody really contributed and knew their role in that tournament, and everybody's really playing great right now, and everybody's really coming into their own.
Talk about being the #1 overall seed. I mean, last year y'all's run was kind of unexpected. I mean, from outside the locker room. I mean, you caught a lot of people by surprise. Now everybody's picking you to win it all. Is that pressure? Is that something?
No, we don't really even look at it that way, that everybody's picking us. We just kind of continue to stay within ourselves, continue to focus on what we have at hand, because we know we can get beat by anybody, just the way the NCAA has been going this year. You've seen a TCU beat Kansas, and like a couple years ago, we lost to Drexel, who wasn't a tournament team. So, as long as we continue to play the way we're playing, continue to focus one game at a time, I think we'll be okay.
I can imagine Coach Pitino's not letting you guys, even if you were thinking that much about overlooking NCAA, he seems like the kind of guy, he's going to hammer it home.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely not overlooking nobody right now. And, that's all he's been focused on right now, North Carolina A&T. And, he wouldn't even allow us to think of anything else. So right now we're just focused on this team, focused on playing against them, handling the press, and we look forward to playing against them.
What would happen if he heard one of you guys talking about Colorado State or Missouri or the Sweet 16 or something?
I don't think they'll be talking again.
The Cards tip off tomorrow night at 6:50 p.m. against North Carolina A&T, and be sure to tune in to CN2 Sports at 6:30 for all the pregame chatter.